I think I'm going to have something that will help you out whenever you have incorrectly matched bank deposits to client payments. Let's look at a little diagram together. In QuickBooks Online, this is the correct way to record a payment against an invoice for your clients and customers. When you create an invoice in QuickBooks Online for a client, that tells QuickBooks we're expecting income. And when you receive the payment against that invoice, that is when the income is actually realized for most small businesses, because most small businesses are using a cash basis accounting system, which means we don't show income until that payment comes in. But QuickBooks Online gives you the option to deposit your payments into a couple of different places. And the problem with this is you think, well, I'm putting that check or that credit card payment is coming to my checking account. So that's what you put on the received payment. You receive the payment and you tell QuickBooks, this is being deposited to my checking account. But what needs to happen in QuickBooks Online is that it needs to be deposited to what's called undeposited funds. This may also be called payments to deposit in your QuickBooks Online, but you will have either of these accounts, undeposited funds or payments to deposit. And this is an account that is kind of like a holding area. It doesn't exist in real life because when you receive a payment, either through a merchant service, someone paid you with a credit card, or a check, there is no undeposited funds account in real life. You just deposit it to your checking account. So what we need to think about with undeposited funds is this. We need to treat it as if this was a bag, like one of those zippered pouches, that you put all of your check payments in before you take them to the bank. So when you're doing a deposit at the bank with actual physical checks or cash, you are creating a deposit from your undeposited funds. Undeposited funds are payments that you have received, but you have not yet deposited. So in QuickBooks Online, when you receive a payment, it needs to be deposited to this kind of fake account, undeposited funds, or payments to deposit. You are not going to receive it in QuickBooks Online to the checking account. Why? Because that allows QuickBooks to help you with your deposits in your bank feed. In QuickBooks Online, when they see a bank deposit come through, the first thing that they do is look in undeposited funds. But if you've received your payment directly to your checking account, QuickBooks is not going to see your payment because it's in undeposited funds most of the time. Undeposited funds is the correct method to receive payments in QuickBooks Online. So if your bank balance is wrong, this is probably why. If you have double the income on your P&L as what you know you actually made, this is probably why. So when you receive a payment against an invoice in QuickBooks Online, deposit it to your undeposited funds or payments to deposit holding account and not your checking account. And then in the bank feed, you are going to match your deposits on your bank statement to the payments that are in undeposited funds.